Ready for liftoff, super zing, you're rocking. Get ready for it. So I had no idea what to put for the wallpaper for this little video, so enjoy this random image of Sonic, I guess. Hey guys and gals, it's me, Rockin', and welcome back to Sonic the Marathon Tree, where I take a look at stuff relating to Sonic before Sonic Movie 2 releases in theaters. In a movie, of course, writing is one of the main priorities that will lead into making the movie, well, good. But for video games, the main subject, the main thing that you have to get right, of course, will be the gameplay. And the stories and the writings is just a nice bonus if it happens. And for a lot of Sonic fans, they believe that that really didn't happen for the longest time since, well, 2010. Of course, starting in 2010, Sega decided to hire Ken Pontac and Warren Graff, the writing duo who will then write the Sonic games all the way up to 2019. And yes, until 2019, they're not going to be writing Sonic Frontiers. So since their career with Sonic is done, I thought it'd be fun to look through all of the stories that they wrote for the Sonic games and see which one is the best. We're gonna rank them all, and it's just my opinion, of course. The Sonic fan base has a lot of different opinions, so yeah, don't take my word as the definitive one, alright? Even though I am a big Sonic fan, I have a lot of stuff from Joyopolis, like this plush and that cookie jar. Wait a minute, where is it? I'm guessing I misplaced it or something, along with all the other stuff in that shelf. But anyways, let's go on and do the ranking. Let's get into it. Sonic the Marathon Tree, hooray! The second movie is on its way. Let's see the content for today. Oh yeah, disclaimer by the way, I'm only judging these games by the story and the writing within it, and not the actual gameplay and other aspects relating to gameplay. I'm sure they're great in their own right when it comes to that, alright? So don't be surprised when the best of the best is at the lowest. The reason why I put that disclaimer, because starting by number 8, we have Sonic Generations. Yes, one of the best games for over 10 years now is the lowest in this list because, well, even though we have some cool concepts in the game itself, time traveling to different parts of Sonic's past, the story didn't really do much to, take advantage of it. Sure, we have some fun moments like, Tails not knowing about Green Hill, even though he might have been in Green Hill in the past, or maybe even the part where Tails was a bit stingy on seeing pink water in Chemical Plant. But it's very basic stuff like that. They really didn't take full advantage of. Of course, it doesn't help that Ken, the Pontac team aren't really the biggest fan of Sonic. They had to do their research before writing Sonic Colors, which is their first game. So you can clearly tell it didn't reach their full potential, especially since, this isn't the first time Sonic has dealt with time travel. He's done it since 1993. They didn't have good use of the other characters besides Sonic, Classic Tails, and Tails. Yeah, of course, a lot of people remember at the final battle, all of his very powerful friends who can handle their own with Eggman's robots just sit in the background and cheer on, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, sure, that's for the sake of the gameplay, but at least they could have done something like maybe fight off some weird time eater minions or something to give the excuse why they cannot help, especially since some of them clearly have super forms in the past. So yeah, instead of just having them cheer on. Oh man, it's been so long since we've seen a Konetic monster near our house. Good thing I already have experience fighting those a few months back. Okay, good. Alright, now you cheer me on while I'll handle it myself. Wait, what? Why? You don't have the experience to fight it alone, So? Oh my god, ow, oh my arm, oh god, the leg, oh my head, oh no, all my body parts. Coming up in number 7, as in the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which are not present in the game's plot, but were in gameplay, Sonic Colors. Of course, a lot of people don't really like this storyline for Sonic Colors because it's just basically Sonic, Tails, and Eggman going through the motions, and it's understandable. Nothing really happens, nobody has any character development and the sort. And at least compared to Sonic Generations though, they did have a goal, which is give Sonic, Tails, and Eggman wacky one-liners, and they really put the effort in doing it. At least I can commend them for that compared to Sonic Generations, where they didn't achieve their goal of having a fun nostalgic trip. But that's all I can give this game's plot credit for, which is a shame because there's some potential in this game, like maybe they could explore more about the origins of the Wisp, and there's some plot elements in the story which I kind of feel like are a bit odd that they just, made them go away very fast.
Pun entirely intended. Shut up!
Seriously, I remember one time when they look at all the, the negative wisp that's being put into capsules, and Tails wonder, where's Yacker? And then later on, oh, yeah, there's Yacker. Totally fine. Bye-bye. Alrighty then. Next up on the list, in number 6, we got, surprisingly, Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. Yeah, this is the only time the Sonic Boom game somehow beat Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors at something. The reason why this is higher on the list is mostly because, well, Sonic Boom was a newly born franchise at the time, and there wasn't any information about how these characters act in certain places. So it's easy for Ken Pontac and Warren Graff to actually analyze these characters because there's not much to analyze there. But of course, there's a problem to this, and they're still in their infancy, the Sonic Boom characters, so they're not fully fleshed out for them to use them at their true potential, which we'll see later on in the Sonic Boom TV show and another game that they work on, which we'll get into later. And another thing to note, I'm not sure how much free range they had with this game, but I wish they could have explained a lot more on, Shadow's motivations in the Sonic Boom franchise. Of course, we didn't get it in the Wii U counterpart of this game because, well, they were forced to put Shadow in it thanks to Sega, since they were like, oh, if we add Shadow, people will love the game. Yeah, that clearly didn't work, and that's why Sega didn't do that strategy again. Oh yeah, right, they actually did it again. But all there is to Shadow in Shattered Crystal is just, well, he got mind controlled by Lyric, and then Sonic defeated him, and then he's gone. That's it. Yep. And you're out. Oh, my head. What happened to me? Well, you see, the interrupter tried to control you, but luckily I handled it just fine. Oh. Okay. See ya. Until the end of the story or whatever. Oh, okay. Well, that's the end of Leonite in this adventure. Time to continue forward, I guess. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, Sonic Boom will then be fleshed out more in the TV show, and then in the next game, which is the next one on the list, Sonic Boom Fire Ice, also written by Pontac, which of course makes the list. So yeah, since Sonic and the gang are already fleshed out in the TV show, and I'm guessing Ken Pontac and Warren Graff were kind enough to actually sit back and relax and watch the Sonic Boom TV show to get a more of a feeling for these characters. And it clearly shows. I kind of sometimes mistake that, oh, they actually wrote this. It's not just the Sonic Boom writers. Yeah, it really fits, and it syncs well with the TV show. Of course, this is actually canon to the TV show, and you can clearly tell that. They really made an effort here. I really like it. Of course, it's still Sonic going through the motions. Yeah, that seems to be the case for all of these games right now. But they were trying to do something, probably with like Defect. Of course, he was supposed to be Eggman's main robot to get this special power source known as Ragnium, but of course he became a failure, and he wants to prove himself, and at the end of the day, it was like, you know what, I don't want to work for Eggman, I want to be my own thing, and he starts doing his own stuff at the end of the game. It isn't anything substantial, but at least it's something of a plot. They don't focus on it that much. They mostly focus on the comedy, which is great. And yeah, that's why this is at number 6.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go review my insurance policy and see if it covers active bot.
Even with insurance, the deductible's gonna kill him. That's how they get you.
Wow. Anyways, going to the top 5 now with Team Sonic Racing. I kind of feel like at this point, Ken Pontac and Warren Graff decided to improve how they portray the characters because it's a bit more different than how the Sonic characters were in their previous works. Sonic isn't, doing some funny one-liners every few seconds. Now, he's more eager to just get into some action, which makes sense when you consider that this is involving a racing competition. It makes sense for Sonic to act that way. And who knows, maybe Pontac actually bumped into the social media team around the Sega offices one day, and maybe that's why things are better. Seriously, there's gotta be a reason why the Twitter takeover back in Team Sonic Racing were able to make fun of Ken Pontac in it. No, seriously, look at this.
Sonic has become pretty notorious for his terrible taste in puns. Are there any specific jokes you guys like?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, hang on. Terrible taste in puns? That's not entirely true.
But what about the game, Sonic? It's definitely kind of true that...
Yeah, but, those are totally different writers. I've got a script to follow. Twitter takeovers are way easier because I can just be myself.
Yeah, sure, the portrayal of these characters aren't perfect, but they're a big improvement compared to their previous works. But Big the Cat was spot on though. Although one of the biggest downsides in this story for Team Sonic Racing is that, well, the plot mainly consists of the characters going, oh, is Dodonpaw the bad guy? Is he 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 the bad guy? Is he... Oh, never mind, he's the good guy. Yeah, it went on forever. Yeah, I get what they were trying to do. They wanted to make a message like, oh, don't assume people by their looks, because at the beginning of the game, they were like, this guy kind of sounds and looks like Eggman. And they keep assuming that, oh, maybe he has a sinister plot. But of course, yeah, that didn't happen. But it keeps going on with nothing developing. Sure, there's some evidence, but after that, they still go and saying, oh, is he the bad guy? Although, yet again, it doesn't help that Dodonpaw acts so sadistically in these little cutscenes. He keeps going on like, oh, these tracks are very dangerous and I love it. Seriously, do you really want to be caught by these guys? Come on now. Hey Lynette, you're invited to this racing competition that I created, and it's not just a race, but a special race to see who's the fastest. Oh wait, I think that's from the wrong game. Ooh, really? Oh, that sounds fun. Why yes, it's gonna be quite fun, and it's also gonna be dangerous, and it's also gonna be deadly, and you're probably going to die. Huh, that sounds kinda suspicious. But I'm still in. Before this game released, I remember people thinking that, oh, maybe this is actually classic Eggman. Maybe that's the true identity of the Dodonpaw. But maybe they cut it out because people are, complaining that, oh, they shouldn't connect Sonic Mania and the modern Sonic games together or something like that. Look, I don't have any evidence for that. But if that's the case, then yeah, at least that could have been something besides this random back and forth with no progression. But yet again, that was a racing game and it was a spin-off, so I'm guessing maybe story wasn't a big priority for that. But it's definitely a priority for our next game because they did try to do something. Of course, at number 4, funny enough, we got Sonic Forces. A lot of people say the plot of Sonic Forces has a lot of missed potential, and I completely understand that. I can clearly say that, why did I sound so weird? That I can clearly see that the Pontac team wanted to go a bit more serious compared to their previous works, but they weren't able to because they have to make this, appealing to the kiddies, so they didn't go too far, which is a shame. It's a bit weird too because sometimes you got stuff like Tails saying, "True that," for no reason, I guess. It just came out of nowhere at the ending of Sonic Forces. It really just shocked me. It's like, what? Did he say that? And of course, this is the reason why Infinite wasn't that developed in the game. Haha, I'm one of the most powerful beings in the world. Oh! Nah, bro, you're weak. Look, that's probably how Pontac's writing would have said it. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. Also, I kind of feel like they should have been a lot more subtle with their wording choices. Also, in the ending, I remember this line from Sonic.
All right, guys. It's time we cleaned up the mess that Eggman left this world in. And I'm not talking about those illusions he dreamed up for us. We need to fix the real world we all live in.
Come on, guys. Seriously, you could have done better than that. Anyways, you might be wondering why this one is the number 2. Of course, next up, we got Sonic Lost World. Yeah, I know, a lot of people don't really like this game because, of course, this is where we can truly see how out of character Sonic, Tails, and Eggman are, and also a bit of Knuckles and Amy as well. But here's the thing, the reason why I put this at number 2 is because, in case you guys don't know, the Pontac team actually had a lot more freedom with this game. Not that much, but at least enough to do something interesting, I guess. And they were trying to do it. They were trying to explore more on the arrogance of Sonic in this game. You know, some of his arrogant actions, trying to be eager to go into some action might lead into some big consequences. And they wanted to do it, but of course, since they don't know the characters well, it didn't really land the mark. The Deadly Six had potential. I know a lot of people just kind of brush them off like, who cares about them, throw them away. But I'm sure there is potential. IDW definitely proved that. I kind of feel like they could have fleshed out their one-note characteristics, and I really want them to explore more on their, their deadly side. And yeah, I kind of feel like they were trying to do that, especially since, their main plot is to suck all life on Sonic's planet, not called Earth, not called Mobius. And yeah, that's a pretty crazy plot. Not even Eggman has done something like that before. So yeah, they want to do that, but they didn't flesh them out that much, which of course that's why IDW picked up the slack. I forgot what issue it is, but this is actually my favorite issue. The one that starred the Deadly Six and really sells me in thinking, yes, these characters can work. If you want to see them done well, definitely take a look at these comics. So if you're a big Sonic fan and you know every single game that Pontac wrote, we ran out of games. So what's at number 1? I'm pretty sure this wouldn't surprise you. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1 is the episode they wrote for Sonic Boom. Yep, that's right. They actually wrote one, and I'm surprised because I didn't realize that when going into that episode. It kind of feels like it just fits right in with the rest of it, which is pretty impressive. Good job. The reason why the Pontac team was brought in to write Return of the Valley Beyond Cubots, just put the title on screen. The reason why they were brought in to write that episode specifically is because it's actually a direct follow-up to Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, which is the game that they wrote in the past. So I thought it was pretty neat to have them in the show and actually done a pretty good episode. They have good use of continuity. It's actually also a direct sequel to an episode in Season 1, and this is in Season 2. And they actually flesh out more of Cubot's character, Cubot, Defect, the robot that they introduced in Fire and Ice, and actually gave him a decent role and find a true purpose in life. So yeah, this story was done pretty well, and actually Defect was in more of a gray area, not really directly good or directly bad. So some cool, fun dynamics in Sonic Boom, even though it's a very comedic franchise. And we're done. That's all of the stories that the Pontac team wrote in their little Sonic career. Look, I know a lot of people don't really like the Pontac team writing style, and I completely understand. It's a bit of a deviation from what is originally established in the Dark Ages compared to now with the Meta era. God, why do we have such negative names for these eras? Why can't the Dark Ages be the Radical Ages? And why can't the Meta era be something like, I don't know, the Bouncy era? Look, it may be partially their fault that, these stories weren't really that great because they don't know the characters that well. But another thing that really brought it a lot more down than it should is, at this point in time, Sega decided to do a lot more strict mandates with their characters and their stories. This has been a problem in the Archie comics and then later on in the IDW comics. But the reason why those comics were handled well because despite this, a Sonic fan was writing them and try to figure out a way to get through all of those little mandates. Unfortunately, the Pontac team don't have that skill. So yeah, it makes you wonder what will happen in Sonic Frontiers. It's going to be written by Ian Flynn, who have wrote Sonic comics in the past and have done some pretty great stories in them. So let's just hope he was able to have more freedom in the game rather than have more restrictions with being more closer with Sonic Team. So I wish you the best of luck, Ian Flynn. You got a lot of weight on your shoulders, and hopefully things will turn out great. No matter what happens to the actual gameplay of Sonic Frontiers, let's hope we have at least a decent story to go along with it. And I hope the Pontac team are going on to make a pretty decent story in a different project. Hopefully it's going to be a lot more better than their Sonic outings. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So, alright guys and gals, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we're only in the second video of the Sonic the Marathon tree. Got a lot more to go, and I'll see you guys soon. So until then, rock it on. Woo! Yes? Oh, Daniel, you have no idea what's coming to you. Wait a minute. Actually, no. I don't really need these items, to be honest. Yeah, I think I can put this back at Daniel's house when I arrive there again. But besides that, all the other stuff that I stole, they are perfect for my little project.